Hello, everybody. It's showtime. Da, 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 da. Let me pop out the chat. Oh my gosh. Live. Happy Sunday to you. Hello, one viewer, 6 viewers. Ooh, I see you. Conklin, awesome job, buddy. Awesome job on that photo or on that portrait. Wonderful job. Lip gloss, hello. Hello, hello. Dragon Lady, hello. Katie B, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Mills, my little doll. Emily. Ray the fam, hello. How's everybody doing today? Hugs, 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 hugs. Well, we've got a lot to talk about today. Greg, hello. Oh, that was sweet. Sharon, hello. Yeah, I'm doing great. Doing great. Well, that was nice of Embry to do. Good. I'm glad to see you all having a good day. God, it's beautiful out here in Washington. Great, great day. I'm just waiting for somebody to come in. Wait for a few more people to come in. Cheryl, how are you? Hello. Yep, and then we'll get started. Patrice, hello. Well, you know what? It's been just, things are brewing. Things are brewing over here in the drama community. Simply Coastal, hugs. Hugs, hugs, hugs. Well, you deserve it, Dragon Lady. That's right. Just relax. Lay back, relax, watches some live streams or movies. That's what I plan on doing, is going back to my Ozarks and my midwife's show today. Just relaxing. Don't cut tall grass while wearing Jesus sandals. Hello, Conklin. Oh my God, fire ants are the worst. Irish Marie, hello, my doll. Ricky Rooney, hello, my doll. Thank you. I want to thank everybody for sticking up for me. I'm hence blocked. So we're going to talk about it. Oh, they are bad. I suppose you guys got a lot of them down there. Hey, Debbie. Hello, honey. I need to talk to you, Debbie Davis, in private. SKG, we still need to get you up here on panel, doll. Don't let me forget. If you're on Twitter, we need to talk. Yeah, I'm waiting for somebody else to get in here. I don't know when she'll be in, but can't get rid of the fire ants. Isn't there some kind of a chemical or something you can put on them? I'm not sure. I know we had them down in Texas, but I don't remember how they got rid of them. Just wanted to, but let me, while I'm waiting for this other person. Okay, so I had to go to the pharmacy yesterday. And, well, I didn't. My friend went for me because, as y'all know, I don't leave very often. You pour gas on them and burn them. That's, yes. I've heard that too, Debbie. Working, but still stick here as long as I can. Okay, Ricky, because we're going to talk about that subject, about the missing child. So anyway, I had received a thing from my insurance. Oh, Patrice, thank you, honey. Thank you very much. But I can be pretty ornery if my back's up against the wall, which is where it's at about now, with a couple people actually. But the one I won't mention, but the other one I will. So anyway, I went in yesterday. Not me, my friend went in, got my medication. Thank God I've got insurance, even though I pay a lot monthly. Look at this. Now I'm on 3 different inhalers. I have to pay those monthly, get those monthly. Hey, Ghost Mafia. Hugs, babe. Look at this shit. This is $149.99 without insurance. This is just my pills. Look at this shit. Copay, $32.34, but that's without insurance. Now, look at this, guys. $283. $47 is what I pay. I can't see the chat. Look at this. $445 without my copay. $47 with. My other one, also $447, $47 with. And the final one, oh, I think we already did that. Isn't that crazy? And I need these. I need these to breathe, to help me breathe. Thank God I've got my insurance. I said to my friend, how do these people do it without insurance? Yeah, I'm not on Medicaid. I don't know how people do it. You know, for 3 inhalers and some pills. Yes. Yes. One inhaler was $445.69. That was my Flovent. The other one was $447.99. That was my Spiriva. $149.99. That was my pills, not my inhaler. And this one was my Pro Air Respite, which was $83.69. Oh, sure it is, Elf. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, my God. I mean, well, it's a lot to me. It's not a lot of people, you know, I mean, that's terrible. Terrible, terrible. So that's what I pay out monthly. So it is insane. These pharmaceutical companies just got us crazy. $900 a month copay. That's ridiculous. Yep. My Flovent was $445.69 before the insurance. My copay was $47. Yeah, exactly. Good morning, Miss Kitty. Good morning. Okay, so this is what we're going to talk about. Now that we've got a few people in here, we are going to talk about the missing. Yeah, insurance is not cheap, Katie. Terry, hello, Shannon. Simbury Housewives, MJ, you little doll. Shannon. Kiss, kiss, hugs, hugs. Everybody that I'm missing. Yeah, Debbie, it's not cheap. It's not cheap to be sick. Not at all. I mean, you know, and I pay that monthly. Monthly. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. IBF, you little doll. Okay, so this is what we're gonna talk about. So we're gonna talk about the missing child. JoJo's child. All right, so I'm taking a lot of heat on Twitter. I'm gonna pull up my Twitter. I have been blocked by JoJo now. Let me see. You know, for months, she was wanting help from people to help find her daughter. Sorry. So I got a hold of her in a DM and asked her if she would like me to use my platform, if she would like to come up on platform. She asked you for help too, Mills? So, of course, you know, I'm going to help when somebody says they have, yeah, Debbie, we're going to get to this. And if anybody would like a link to come up, they're more than welcome to come up on panel and talk about this. You know, it's open panel. You're more than welcome to come on up. Just let me know and I'll send you a link. So anyway, this was close, dear to my heart because I have some friends that have missing children or children that have died or have been an abductee themselves. So, of course, I'm going to help her. She said, I tried getting her to come up. Exactly. I've been doing missing children streams, just not that situation. Absolutely. That's what I'm referring to, Mills, was you, babe. But I didn't want to call your name out. Sorry. Hi, just annoying. So she said that she had made a video and that it would be wonderful. Matter of fact, I can read you the DMs if I would play the video. Now, she also asked that I drop her PayPal, which I did not do. And I did not talk about her PayPal in the video. Anybody can go back and look at the video. Well, I did that. I didn't talk about the PayPal, but I played her video. And of course, I'm sympathetic. Yes, exactly, Kitty. Says you can't help but be concerned when someone states they have a missing child. It's a natural reflex to want to get help. Okay, Nick, the DM is in your link. Or I mean, the link is in your DM, honey. Just click on it and it'll bring you in. And I played the video for everybody. Thanks, Conklin. I mean, I get to the point where I get real disgusted and, where I don't want to help anybody anymore. But I can't quit helping people. It's just something that, sorry for my dogs, my new neighbors just drove up. Anyway, so I played the video and, hi, Nick. How are you, honey? We can't hear. You got your mic muted, baby. There you go.
I know I'm stuffing my face real quick.
Oh, okay. I'll go ahead then and set all this up prior to. Go ahead and eat, sweetie. So, hello, Lady Lynn, Lady Raiden. How you doing, babe? So, anyway, played the video, and the next thing you know, I find out through another video that this was all not true. That when her daughter turned 18 in April, she got an escort from the sheriff's department to escort her out of the home with her belongings. She wanted to leave. Now, JoJo had previously done a video of her sitting in the car, and in that video, she stated that her child was gone, pretty much insinuating that either the child was kidnapped, dead, making it look like her child was gone. That's pretty much wasn't true. JoJo knew the whole time that her child was escorted out, that her daughter wanted to leave the home. Then later come find out that her daughter also made a comment that she was okay. She wanted to leave. Now, in the DM, she asked me to put her PayPal in my stream, which I did not do. because she needed money to go to the extended areas. Hi, Gina. Go to the extended areas and pass out flyers, and she's running low on funds. I won't go into the specifics of the DM, but that's what she said. Thank God the child is safe. Yes. Yes, we feared the worst. Absolutely. And that is what, yes, I know, Marie. I know, Marie. And, you know, I'm thankful that the child is safe. I really am. But for a mother to portray that her child was gone and out of sight while she knew the whole time she wasn't. Yes, she spoke as a child being in the past tense. Absolutely. So on Twitter, let me tell you, and this is a troll name. Her name is Andrea LeBlanc. It's a troll name. The lady picture belongs to another lady, so it's a troll name. She keeps saying that I put her PayPal and was asking people for money in my chat. Well, number one, you're a fucking liar. You're a damn liar, Andrea. Now today she posts, honey, people are upset because they were blocked when they tried to ask questions in Uber's chat. I figured people got blocked because Uber verified the details. I had no idea she didn't care enough to bother. Well, number one, nobody was blocked in my chat. Another fucking lie. Number two, I had a video that I played, dumbass. I believed a mother why would a mother lie about their child? Dumbass. Now, when you can come back with your real name in Twitter, with a real picture, come back and talk to me. Until then, you're blocked. Simple as that, dumbass. God, people just try to lie. They try to do anything that they can to cause problems. Or come on in here. I'll give you a damn link to come up on panel if you'd like to talk about this. Okay, I'll send through Hangouts. We'll send you email to your channel. Okay, honey.
And that's actually a fact. There was never a PayPal dropped for JoJo. Not at all. In that hour and what was it? What was your stream? An hour and 20 minutes?
Yeah, something minutes? Like that. Yeah.
Not. And you know that stream is still up, including the live chat. You can most certainly, for anyone who has questions about that, go through that and see. There was never a link. There is no link of any sort of PayPal whatsoever. So I just wanted to clarify that.
Hey, Mills, I'm just going to send you the link in DM, honey, in Twitter. There you are. I'm just going to send you the link in your DM. Just click on it, honey, and you can come on up. No, there wasn't any PayPal whatsoever. This person is a troll, and I know it. But you know they're planting seeds, which is all a lie. Oda May, hello, Willow Sage, Marie Duffy, hello everybody, hello, hello, hello. And you know, I think what makes me more mad than anything is not so much the fact that that she used me as a platform, because I would have done that for anybody. Anybody. It's the whole fact that she twisted the truth to gain sympathy for herself and manipulate the rest of us into thinking that her child was in dire straits and in trouble. Yes, the video did sound like she passed on. Yes. Yes. The child is safe. She's 18. Please send it through Hangouts. Okay, Mills. Okay. The child is safe. And I should quit calling her a child. She's 18, for Christ's sakes. She's a woman. Invitation sent, honey. And I think that, hi, Captain, Pitbull Mom, Jane B. Hey, Mills, welcome.
Hi, Uber. How are you?
My gosh, this is a pleasure. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I'm good. I'm glad you're addressing this. I did not realize that you were getting heat on Twitter about it, but I'm glad that you're addressing it.
Big time. Yeah.
It really, we're really quick to judge people that receive money on YouTube. And I'm going to tell you, this woman, this is the most disgusting thing I've heard so far of somebody looking for money on YouTube is this woman using her child missing.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
It's disgusting.
And now I have heard that she's asked people for money, and you were one of them, correct?
I reached out to her. I saw her video, and as you know, I was a kidnap victim for 4 months when I was 18. I was kidnapped, forcible confinement ×3, kidnapping ×2, and the guy came back with 3 other men to get me the 3rd time. And we had 2 SWAT teams at our home. And anyways, he was arrested and sent to jail. And but yes, I reached out to her because I was concerned, and I know what it's like to be kidnapped. I know what it's like to sit in a bathtub and scream your mother's name in your friggin' head. I spoke to my husband. I would have flown down. I would have helped her out.
Right.
This is the first person on YouTube I ever thought, you know what? I am going to give her money. I'm going to get her resources. And I watched her video.
Yeah.
And I saw a mother of a missing child does not talk about her child in the past tense when the child's been missing, as she says, for 4 months. You don't do that. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. It takes years for mothers to speak about their missing child in the past tense. Years, not 4 months.
Yeah.
That's what started it for me. So I reached out to a couple people on Twitter because I'd seen a couple posts, and I saw the questions, and then I saw the information through, I think, Yaba, and I spoke to Yaba about it, and I sent her all my DMs from JoJo, which apparently almost seemed like something that she had sent somebody else, almost verbatim.
Right. Right. Well, it seemed that was, I think what kind of got my gander up a little bit was on that video towards the end, it was pictures of her. Majority of them. Of JoJo.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I thought, why are you not putting pictures of your child? You know, I'm sure you have plenty of them to put up. But then also, and Nicole brought up a good point, using your little daughter to hand out those flyers. Now, I'm going to let Nicole talk about those flyers. Nicole, would you like to tell us about those flyers?
Yeah. So, well, the first I wanted to say, as I was telling Uber earlier today, so the red flags that went up for me, and then again, you know, there's only a select few, or maybe perhaps in your own mind you want to keep it, because the last thing you want to do is get criticized for even having the audacity of the thought, could she be, you know, not telling the truth? Could this be not real? And so I pretty much shared it with one person and kept it to myself. But what stood out to me as a mother of 3 adult children, and from one mother to another, that the first video that I had seen that she made was on Twitter, where she talked about she went out the night before. Pardon why I'm wearing sunglasses. I don't have makeup on right now.
I can't even see your face.
Been a long night.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. And been a long night. And then after that, several minutes went by to pretty much at the end of the video. That's when she had decided to talk about my daughter is missing, and she's no longer with us. And I was like, wait, what now? Wait, what is this? Her daughter
Exactly.
is no longer with us.
Exactly.
Oh my God, what does that mean? Your daughter is no longer with us. I was horrified. I was shaking. I thought, but you were talking about you were out and partying all night, and pardon the sunglasses, I don't have makeup on. And then you have, then at the end of the video, you decide to talk about, the most vital and important thing in your life, that should be your daughter should have been mentioned up front at the very first second you decided to make a video about it. And I thought it was really, really odd, but I didn't want to, mention it because I didn't want to get, crucified for even, oh, how dare you think she's lying. Anyway, so then I came across, and at that time, her Twitter back in May, her Twitter was still available, open for everyone to see. And the what she said here and there, it didn't make sense. And she was checking up on, her Twitter like it was just a regular check-in. There was hardly any information, given out. And I thought, God, there's just too many red flags going up here. And then I heard about a GoFundMe, and then I heard about a PayPal. Now, when I saw that flyer completely threw me for a loop, because I was like, look, I've seen online 1-800 missing flyers. They do not even remotely close look to anything like what a serious authentic flyer would look like. It was just a few pictures of her daughter. There was no what was she wearing, where was she last seen, height, weight, date of birth, um, a past photo and a current photo. So that flyer to me was awful because it didn't explain anything. It was very unusual because that is not the type of flyer that I believe. I could be wrong, but what I've seen, and especially adding 1-800 the missing on that flyer, that was a huge red flag for me. And then when I seen a couple of Twitter tweets here and there, something just didn't make sense. I've seen some posts where she was deciding on whether she should get her nails done or whether she should get a tattoo. Now, I thought, I don't know. It was like, I can't believe it. Well, and then her daughter is the one I heard that was actually the one passing out these flyers, right?
Oh my God, her youngest?
So to me, that, yeah. So to me,
Oh, that's tough.
that is so disgusting and so heartbreaking to me, because are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That is emotional abuse. I'll say it, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But in my eyes,
It was
that's
psychological
emotional
abuse. Absolutely.
Because you have your minor child passing out flyers because you're telling her your sister is missing. Your sister ran away. We can't find her anywhere. Where is your mind? Where is your heart and soul? What kind of a disgusting, despicable human being are you? Like I like it's so disgusting on all levels. I can't eat. The emotional, I think it's emotional abuse. I'm sorry. That is just
Well, it
how
is.
can
There's
you
no
make
question.
your child believe, your minor child believe your daughter is no longer, your sister is no longer around, all the while knowing the truth. So I hope, and I pretty sure and believe that this is going to have some serious repercussions. Um, not only did she falsify 1-800 the missing, basically, she used them and they never corrected her. Number one, and number two, falsifying GoFundMe's and PayPal's for helping her to find a child that was never missing.
Yeah, for a missing child. Absolutely.
Disgusting. I've seen and heard a lot on YouTube since I've been around, but this
This is the
absolutely
lowest.
unequivocally tops
Yeah.
it all. It's
Somebody's
like,
echoing,
you can't
girls.
get any lower.
Somebody's echoing.
Oh, is it me?
Yeah, I don't know. If you could shut off the stream, mute the stream, and just keep hang-ups on.
I'm going to get my headphones.
Okay, babe. Thank you.
Like I said, for me, it is absolutely, unequivocally the most disgusting and lowest of the low. I don't know what's wrong with a person who would use their child to get money. And then when I just heard what Mills was saying, I have to totally agree. How can you? And in her situation, talking in past tense, that was another thing that I thought was really odd. So quickly talking about no longer with us, and I tried to think in my head, well, what the hell does no longer with us? Would it no longer with us, like in dead? I kept questioning that to myself, because I thought that can't be, because a mother wouldn't be so quickly accepting and talk about nonchalantly like it's not a big deal. That really threw me for a loop.
Crimson, let me try to, okay. Thank you, honey. I'll just send it right now for you. Well, Beck, have you had any communication with her at all? Oh, she's still getting.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, good. No communication. I blocked her right after I saw her video, actually, and I spoke to a couple people on Twitter. All I had to do, Uber, to be honest with you, I didn't do my due diligence. I saw her story on Twitter. It actually, like, I broke down. I know what it's like. I know what it's like. If her child was missing, if her child was kidnapped, her child would have been screaming in her head for her mother. I know what it's like.
Right.
I know. I know what it's like to feel like you're going to die every day, to be beaten, to be broken, to be... oh my God. All I can say is I was willing to do what I could do for this woman. But there's a couple things that didn't sound right to me just speaking to her. And that would be, why do you need money for flyers? If you genuinely have a missing child, your whole community, whether you know them or not, are rallying around you. There was a lack of story too. How come we don't know where the child was missing from, what time she was missing? We don't know any of that. All of that identifying information was missing from her story.
Why was the sheriff not called until after she was called out?
You're asking me that? I don't know. What my understanding is, the story came out, people started questioning it. And that's when the sheriff was called off the number on the flyer. I could be wrong, but off the number on the flyer. And she was never reported as a missing child. That's, right. No one wants to question. We've had enough GoFundMe's, enough stories questioned for a million years. Nobody gives a shit anymore. I just wanted to give this woman, it didn't even occur to me, Uber, I gotta be like, who the hell would lie about that? Yeah, who would lie about such a story? Who would do it?
Hi, Crimson Tide.
Hey, Uber and everyone. I'm not going to be able to see the chat because I'm on my phone.
Okay, honey. Now, if y'all don't know who Crimson Tide is, Crimson Tide did a little bit of investigation on this story. So she'll be able to talk about this in depth. You want to tell us what happened, baby?
Well, I've known JoJo for a while. Back when Shar was streaming, and anyway, when she showed up on Twitter, and I followed her. She followed me back, and she really wasn't doing much on Twitter that I saw. But anyway, I saw that video of where she started out as Karen is no longer with us or something to that effect. And I immediately thought something had happened to the child and she passed away. I messaged her
Mhm.
DM and told her I was so sorry for her loss. And I don't remember what all I said, but she didn't say anything back to me that time. But I went back on her page or saw another tweet uh, saying she was just missing. So I DM'd her again and told her I was sorry for assuming the child had died and blah, blah, blah. And she said it was okay. And we DM'd about it, uh, I guess about a month. I'm not sure how long we was DMing on Twitter. And she kept being vague about where she went missing. I asked her why didn't the cops, why wasn't they interviewing the people she was with before? Because she had stated she went to spend the night with somebody on May the 4th, and her birthday was May the 5th, which she turned 18. So she was just very vague about it all. And so I did something that I just don't like doing, but there was too many red flags going up. And so I made up a story about I had a friend in near Minnesota that could possibly help her locate her daughter, and but he needed the town where she went missing from. So she finally told me that she went missing from somewhere near Rochester. So from that point on, I had was talking to law enforcement, and I did call that Minnesota missing children and exploited children. I called that hotline before calling the law enforcement.
And had
And
they ever heard of her?
no, she had. They have data that goes back 2 years, and she wasn't. There wasn't even a Karen
Yep.
listed as missing. So when at that point, it really did start looking like a scam. And so I called Rochester Police Department and spoke to them because I still didn't have a clue to where JoJo lived. I didn't know what city or town or there's like places outside of a town called whatever. Anyway, I saw that trashy Trisha Twitter. I can't remember how it says, but anyway, I saw her page that she was on it too, and that JoJo's Facebook page didn't have anything on it about the child missing. So I hopped my little honey over to Facebook, found the city where JoJo lived, and it's Grand Meadows. I think it was. But anyway, I called that police department and spoke to the chief of police and told him what was going on. In the first phone call we had, he told me he didn't have anything on a missing person by that name. And he said that he'd been there 23 years and they had never had a missing person report on anybody.
Wow.
Yeah. So we talked a little bit. He told me that my best solution would be to just go to her Twitter and YouTube and tell her that law enforcement has been notified and they don't have a missing person. So not I went to my daughter's that day to help with my granddaughter, and I was sitting there playing with her, and my phone rang, and it was a private number. And I usually don't answer them, but something told me to answer that phone, and I did, and it was the chief of police from Grand Meadows calling me back to tell me that somebody he talked to, I guess another investigator, I'm not sure what he called them, but he said that they had a civil report on Karen because she had called and told them on her 18th birthday at 12:01 she was leaving home. And it was in the civil reports, not missing. So he told me that he had been to check on JoJo, that she was okay. They lived in a nice place. He said that it didn't appear to be anything going on in the home, and that he had contact with the person that the daughter lived with, and she did not want to live with her mother, and she did not want her mother knowing her location. And I don't know when um, somebody, I think it was on that Trisha Twitter said that the law had actually went with the daughter inside the trailer or mobile home they live in. They escorted her into the home to get her stuff to move out, and JoJo was there. And this other person that's on Twitter said that she actually had a conversation with Karen on Facebook, and that she was okay, and that she was trying to get the GoFundMe page took down because of the fraud. And so that's JoJo blocked me immediately when she found out I was on to her on Twitter. I think I left 2 comments on her YouTube channel about it. I don't know if it's still there or not, but yeah, it was nothing. And also somebody said her last name wasn't what was on that flyer that Beats Cat has. That Karen goes by a different last name. So I don't know for sure if that. I'm supposing or assuming that that's true.
Right.
But
what, Mills?
Sorry, Uber. I have. Can I read what she sent me?
Yes.
Okay, I sent it to you. Okay, this is just an example, guys, of this is what she sent to me. I don't know if the link I pasted on your page, I thought I would send it here. First of all, I feel comfortable to tell your story about 4 months. That would be great. My daughter's been missing since May 4th, and I made the video because I had for about 3 years. I had a channel before the one I have now. Subs away from 1,000. I had to start over. The video because many updated on my daughter Karen to send.
You're kind of robot-y out.
She knows about my YouTube channel, and I thought if there was any. I'm sorry.
You're kind of robot-y there.
Okay.
You want me to
I sent it to you.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So it says, so I made my video because many people wanted to be updated on my daughter, Karen. And also I wanted to send her a message. She knows about my YouTube channel, and I thought if there was any way I could talk to her, maybe she could be listening. I've used up all of my savings to travel and post up as many flyers. I would start out in the morning and go to my library and print out a book of flyers, a book of copies of her flyers, and set off to. Yeah, see, that makes no sense to me.
But I'll tell you what the chief of police said that that Grand Meadows is a real small town, and everybody knows everybody there. And he said that JoJo told him that she had real high anxiety and didn't leave her home very often. Um, and he he also, when he was on the phone with me, he told me about the video that he made there at JoJo's house. I do not think she played the entire video on Twitter, but she did put that uh, little clip on Twitter that they made in her home. And of course, the cop told me that he said Alabama lady in the video, and I heard it, but I don't think she played the whole thing. I think she played what would make her look the best in everybody's eyes, because here I am saying she's scamming people, but she wanted people to think I was lying.
Okay, hang on a minute. Yaba says this is the third time she's raised money in this community. She got money from the porch last Christmas because she had something going on then.
I know about one other one. I think I was told about another one, but I'm not sure. But I do know she had when that person left her. She was living with the guy. He left her supposedly and took their Social Security cards and papers, and took the only car they had, and took all the money. And that's when I started kind of talking to her more at a short chat, and people were giving her money, and I think somebody took up enough money to get her a car or a down payment on a car. I'm not sure how that went. I do know that Rainbow said that she gave her $600 total, not all at one time, but $600 total. And what broke up their friendship was, according to JoJo, is that Rainbow thought JoJo didn't take up for her in some kind of fight, so they had it out, and then Rainbow started telling people about JoJo asking for money all the time, and it reached up to $600 or something like that. I don't know. I do know that there was some other scams that she ran, and yeah, I just tell people, if your gut tells you not to do it, if your gut is telling you something's not right, go with your gut every time.
It's just really sad that we have to dig. I mean, I to give money to somebody, it's really sad. It's a really, really sad place when somebody comes on and lies in this magnitude.
Right. And I mean, I'm going through something right now. I had posted on Twitter earlier about my grocery situation, and I had dropped my PayPal link for anybody that wanted to donate. And I wasn't asking for thousands of dollars. I just needed a little bit to get me to the third of the month. I'm disabled, and I get a disability check, and it don't go far, especially when you get hit with diverticulitis and a bone spur in your back, and you're going to physical therapy every day. Well, I go twice a day for physical therapy, but I've been to the ER twice and to the doctor twice about the diverticulitis.
Right. Yeah, and we all have,
right.
We all have problems.
Right.
But we're not putting our PayPals out there and not lying about it.
Exactly.
To get help.
A lot of people don't know me, and I get that, but there is no way I could face myself scamming people. I put two pictures under my little donation thing that I had up. One was of my empty refrigerator, and the other was empty cupboards. Because I know people would think, well, is she on the up and up? So, but I'll be taken care of. I took it down, And I'm sorry
Are
that
you
I even put
okay?
it up.
Are you
Yeah, I'm
okay?
fine. I'll be
Drop
fine.
your PayPal if you need to.
It's I'm not going to starve. I can stand to lose a little bit of weight. I've got some soup. Since I had this diverticulitis, I've been eating soup and mashed potatoes.
Okay.
Uber, can I address just something in the chat?
Yes,
I might be
yes.
reading it wrong, but Trailer Talk Live, aka Mindy, says several people do not go to all these channels to know. A heads up would be nice before money is given, not after. That's right, Trailer Talk Live. But I really think that us as a community need to take responsibility when we give money. We need to take responsibility to do our due diligence. Don't leave it up to the content creator. I think we've seen that a lot of content creators put out PayPals and they try to take up money for people, and we don't know people's intentions all the time. I think it's up to ourselves as a community to do our own due diligence before we give money and not blame anybody else for that. That's all. I might have read it wrong, but it's just my opinion. It's nobody's fault if you gave money. I'm sorry if you or anybody else gave money and were taken advantage of. I'm sorry. However, we have to start taking responsibility for that ourselves.
Ricky,
Yeah,
you take care.
I totally agree with you, Mills, because at the moment that my brain had entered the thought of is this for real? I can't even to begin to describe on how I felt, because I thought, my God, Nicole, are you in your mind questioning if this woman is telling the truth? I felt
Absolutely.
horrible.
And
Like, it brought
trailer
me.
talk. I'm sorry, trailer talk. I just see you meant as a community. If we know something,
Yeah,
say something.
yeah.
Absolutely. And I think if you had Twitter, a lot of stuff has come out on Twitter.
Oh
Not
no, we
everybody
know
has
Trailer Park.
Twitter.
We know, honey. We
Um,
know.
yeah, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I totally misunderstood what
Yeah.
you were saying. I apologize for that. No, I know. Okay. Okay. I apologize. My wrong. I read it wrong. And I mean, other
You're
people need
fine.
to
You're
hear that
fine.
too.
Sorry, Mick. Go ahead.
So what I
um
was saying is, I felt like a horrible human being to even have, it crossed in my mind, because I would have never thought that, a mother, out of all, humans, a mother would behave this way and go to such a low. I think it is a huge slap in the face to mothers and parents or caregivers who are in a desperate search 24/7, have been looking for their significant other, whether it's months, days, hours, years, uh, and when I was questioning that, I thought, God, I'm a shitty person, because how could I sit here and question? But it just didn't make sense to me, and it didn't add up. And I thought, okay, my gut told me there the shit don't add up, right? And so I thought, okay, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but what if I'm right? And unfortunately, it has come to where, we have to be more diligent and we have to do our homework. That doesn't always mean that we are, not putting faith and trust in the other person or anyone telling us the truth, but it is just, we have to protect ourselves. And here is a great example. It's a horrible example, but I'm saying that, unfortunately, it did Jojo think she was going to get away with it because of the fact that no one would ever question a mother saying that her child is missing and perhaps no longer with us, that anybody would even have the audacity to question, um, right? Because what shitty humans would we be if we would have questioned her, or
Absolutely.
even brought it up to her attention, saying, is there something wrong, because it doesn't add up. So I
yeah,
truly
because
thought this was going to play well in her favor, that nobody ever was going to question. and this could have been a very large financial
It could have been very lucrative for her, a very lucrative scam.
exactly.
Very,
Yeah,
very
yeah,
lucrative.
yeah, with a lot of money coming in. Because who would question, right? I mean, you are actually, Mills, a great example in this. Who would question? As you said, this has happened to you, and you were the first one who would drop anything and everything to come to her aid and help her, and then others would come to her aid, and right,
Absolutely. I
and
would have. I had spoken to Yaba and said but like I was going to fly there. Like,
oh
honestly,
my God,
I was thinking, how come this isn't on the news? How come there's
Mm-hmm.
nothing? I mean, that doesn't make sense. Your child is missing. You go everywhere. You do everything you can. You don't stop looking. You don't go to the bar. You're not worried about your makeup. These are the last things you're worried about when your child is missing.
right,
When your child is missing, you're sleeping on the couch, your lights are on.
Yeah.
It doesn't, what my parents went through as a parent myself, I couldn't imagine
Mm-hmm.
what they went through. And mine was all kind of mafia related. So when I was allowed to call home, I was told all my phone calls were recorded. I was taken to a lake and told, hey, this is where we killed this guy and we put his body, and this is how we did it, and this is where we wrapped the chains. And now you know this. You can never go home. There's no looking back. There's no, I mean,
my
Oh my
God,
God.
things like
oh,
this they do happen. They do happen. It
Yes.
does happen,
Yes.
and
mhm.
it's
And for her
sad.
to exploit that, I couldn't understand why the police were not involved to begin with. And when I asked her to come up on panels, she always had some excuse why she couldn't. So I start thinking right then and there, something isn't right. I would, if that would have been my child, I would have damn sure been up on panel.
And you would have been showing her picture.
Yes.
And you wouldn't just be on and off, like coming on Twitter and saying, oh, my friend on Facebook said, maybe I should, come here to Twitter. Like, come on.
How many people on Twitter helped this gal get the word out that her daughter was missing? A lot of people
Absolutely.
did. A lot of people did.
Absolutely.
And they were in tears. They were worried. There was a lot of people.
I was sick, Uber. I was absolutely
Oh, I'm
sick
sure
to
you
my
were.
stomach, thinking that this child, this young lady, was going through anything close to what I went through, or worse.
Crystal, we're talking about JoJo.
At
Yeah,
the end of the video,
symbolize. Look at all the people.
at the end of the video that I saw, I was like, the original one, I with the sunglasses and the partying, and I had a few drinks, whatever, and I thought,
Nuh-uh.
where did I hear something similar like that before? And what came to my thought was, is this a Casey Anthony story here? Because how when her daughter went missing, she went to the club and partied on the tables and got drunk, and I thought, oh God, I feel so sick.
I said to my husband, either she killed, honestly, this is what I said, either she killed this child or this child isn't missing. And like I
Right.
said, I reached out to Yaba and I reached out to a couple other people, and thank God I did. Thank God I did, or I would have given this bitch my money. Just thank God.
Yeah, thank you, Trailer Talk, for stating that. Thank you very much. She said, never feel bad for helping someone regardless if they're scamming. That's on them, not you. Now,
Absolutely.
let me clarify that I did not put her PayPal in my chat. Now, people are saying they donated, that you got their PayPal from her streams, not mine. So, I'm glad if the people didn't, being as how this is now a scam, if they decided not to donate. But shame on you, JoJo. Shame on you for taking the hearts of these good people and playing them.
And that's what it is. It's a game. It's an absolute game for her. What can I get out of this? I I mean, this woman is not looking for money for groceries. I'm
No.
sorry. I'm going to say it. She's not looking. She could be bipolar. She could have 10 mental illnesses. It doesn't excuse the fact that she was trying to scam people out of money. And Uber, thank God you didn't put her PayPal in. Thank God you didn't. And isn't that a sad thing to have to say, oh my God, thank God I didn't try to help this woman in that way? Because
Mm-hmm.
that's the help she was asking for.
Yeah.
That's what she wanted.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted money.
Yeah.
I was watching that stream 2 days after Uber had made that stream about JoJo, and I, I rewound and I fast forward and I thought, did I miss JoJo on that panel? I mean, I was like going back and forth on that stream, and I was just like, well, where is she? Wouldn't a mother be up there begging, please, if anyone has seen my child? And I'll say it again. Uber's stream is also still up. Anyone can go through
Yep.
the live stream, and that live stream and that chat. It's still available. You can watch it, one times or 10 times over. There was never ever a PayPal link of any sort dropped for JoJo. There was not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah, but it was only about the money. I've seen lots of scams around here, but this is by far the worst, and I don't think anyone could go lower. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree.
Hi,
And
Kat.
I'm glad Uber is saying something about it because and Uber, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you have such a big heart.
Hey,
I'm sorry that this happens.
Welcome
hey,
back,
y'all.
Crimson.
I'm very sorry. My daughter called,
Oh,
and
that's fine.
the grandkids had to tell me stuff.
That's fine. Kat, thank you for coming in. I appreciate that. Um, Shame on that woman for doing that. Yeah. And it's like with all of you, taking taking advantage of all these people that were worried about this, and I'm quote child who turned to find out is 18 in May. What was it, May 4th?
Yes.
1 minute after midnight, she had the cops escort her to her mother's home to get her shit to get the hell out of Dodge when she turned 18. Get the hell out of Dodge. And then she puts out a flyer stating her child is on there. When 1-800's numbers called, they've never heard of this kid. Then she has her little child, 11-year-old, I believe she is, out there passing out these phony flyers.
She took a picture of that little girl holding a poster. It says, I miss you, or something like that.
Oh God, I saw that too.
I don't remember where I saw it at, but I saw it. The little girl had it.
Yeah, it
in
was
her.
on Twitter. It was on
Was
Twitter.
it
I
Twitter?
saw that too. That girl looked like that poor girl looked like she hadn't. Oh my God, that's
My last message to her was May 5th, and she never mentioned nothing Uber. Wow.
that
Well,
little
Wow.
girl looked
the,
like
the,
she hadn't slept in days. She
right.
was just really, exhausted, overwhelmed. And when I saw that picture, I just broke out in tears. I thought, good God. And to know now what we know is
Exactly, Aunt Mimi. Exactly.
Now, every week, we do a missing persons for missing persons. And that's why she was brought up. Not only that, because I have the platform and I asked her if she needed help because she kept saying in Twitter she needed help finding her child.
Right. But from what I gather, when I talked to that chief of police, JoJo knew that her daughter wasn't coming back. She just did not know her location. That's what I gathered from that second call, and that's why she feels like she's not scamming anybody, because in her mind she don't know her daughter's location, so she's missing, and that's it. it's messed up that
Do you see the manipulation in the words there?
It's
what?
emotional extortion. It is emotional
Yeah,
extortion at its best.
Yep, I agree.
She knew
yeah,
exactly what she was doing.
Yep.
yeah. She knew. She knew that because I mean she knew how much money she got.
Oops, there she goes again.
What she was saying to me was, I can't believe like this community, it's all I have. I thought they were going to help me. I have nobody. I'm so upset. I'm destitute. Like this is, and it was a lot of guilt towards the community. Uber, I wish I could send you the rest of my Twitter. A lot of guilt towards the community as a whole for not helping her out, and also for giving PayPal's and donations on chats, but no one would give her money for her missing child.
You know, and let me state this real quick. Hugs to everybody that I've missed in the room, by the way. Amanda Love, everybody, hello. Miss Trailer, honey, don't do that. Don't think that I was thinking that at all. You're a sweetheart. Don't think that, babe. And you know, I get it a lot, a lot. Trust me.
And trailer, this is really touchy for me. So I just looked. I'm sorry. It's very emotional subject for me. So I'm sorry if I took what you said the wrong way. I totally understand now,
It's all cool.
and I agree.
It's all cool. But you know, and maybe yes, you guys, maybe I do need to go into a more in-depth. Is Brian her husband? No, that's the wrong JoJo, Peggy. This is not JoJo Walker. It is not JoJo Walker.
Okay, I'm back, y'all. I'm sorry.
Welcome back. What
Nope.
is
Nobody calls
JoJo's?
my phone until I get on a live stream.
Isn't it Shane or Sean?
What is JoJo's channel name? Can somebody tell me?
Here comes JoJo.
Here comes JoJo.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's the name of it.
Yeah.
I can't remember what her other one was, but it was something similar to that other one. But you know, she's got JoJo's got videos on her channel now, unless she's privated them again, where all that stuff happened with Rainbow and the $600. And I think she's got that one up still. It shows a piano or something, and that's where she's talking about the man leaving them and taking Social Security cards and all that stuff. I think that's still up on her channel on YouTube. But you know, it's a sad situation that a person gets in to this level to extort their own child, but it goes on every day. We just don't know it.
Right.
You know, some of them are brave enough to put it out there in public, and some of them do it, you know, privately where nobody knows they're extorting. But
Hi, Big Mama.
is if her child, she's 18.
Okay, Mills. Hey, I'm sorry, Crimson. Thanks, Mills, for coming up, honey. Nick, check your DMs.
You know, she can be arrested for that GoFundMe. I don't know if she knows that or not because it's fraud.
Don't have it up, Crimson?
I don't know. I couldn't find it the other day, but I don't remember what the title of it was. But I mean, I know the daughter told that Trashy Trisha or something like that. She told her that she was going to try to get it down, taken down.
I want to say a big thank you to Mills because this woman was abducted. She was kidnapped.
Yeah, I heard her story.
And she does not get up on panels and talk about this.
Right.
So for her to come up, this is a very, very important subject. So kudos to you, Mills, and I love you very much, honey. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I love you, Mills.
Thank you, ladies. Hugs to you. I'm sorry, Kat. I'm sorry, Crimson.
That's okay. I don't know what else I could add to it. You know, I've told everything I know.
Okay,
there may be there may be some other stuff out there that people have run across, but if I'd been thinking when that second call come in, I should have recorded the um, phone conversation where he told me that they had already had a civil report from Karen telling them that she would be leaving home.
Right. Right.
That would have been the only proof we would need,
Right. No, I think we've about y'all have done wonderful, wonderful job with this. I just think it's a shame. What happens when you get people like this is it taints the hearts that are good.
Right. It does. It makes people not want to help others, and that's a shame. But I mean, I'm going to tell you, it hasn't stopped me from wanting to help. I just don't have the means to help
Right.
other than prayers. Um, like I said, I'm disabled, and those disability checks don't go far.
Right. Oh, I know. I hear you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But anyway, I wanna. Nicole, was she still here?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm here.
Nicole, I sent you a answer on Twitter. When you
Okay.
get a chance, you can go look at it.
Okay,
I
I'll reply to you.
okay, because I didn't know who you were, and um,
I actually
you
kind of felt awkward because I had replied to you under your thread, and I had said, well, what is your address?
right.
Send me your address. And I thought, well, that probably didn't go over so well because she doesn't know me. And you probably thought, well, what kind of a cuckoo woman are you?
Oh, no,
Sending
I
me
just
your
didn't know
address
who you
verbally.
were.
Oh, yeah. I apologize. I don't want you to. Yeah, give me your
If
address.
if
I'll send you
if you're
something.
friends with Uber, you're a good person.
Yes, Nicole is a
Oh,
very sweet person. Very
oh,
sweet.
thank you. I, I,
Uh,
I, I, I try my best.
she is.
But I'm gonna get off of here. I've got to
Thank
try to
you.
steam up my floors if I can last through it.
Well,
Because
thank you so much for coming on and telling us your story.
you're quite well. Thank you for having me up
Yes,
here.
ma'am. Anytime.
And I can't see the chat, so I'll just wave at everybody uh, in the chat, and I will talk to you guys later.
Melissa, I'm not on Facebook anymore, honey. I would have to be on Twitter or my email. You can get me at ubergooberlady@gmail.com, honey.
So I had one more question about this. So when the clock turned midnight and she turned 18, was she the one that called?
Mm-hmm.
Was the girl, the daughter, the one that had called the police to have kind of protection to avoid arguments and with interference with the situation for her to get her out, or
I
was it her
believe
mother
so.
that called the police?
I believe so.
So, and if that's the case, that'll tell you right there that the her age at 18 was her ticket out, with not having to worry about anything. And then if you needed police escort, just to not have any sort of friction or issues to to pack up and leave that home, in a fashionable, calm manner, that right there is a huge flag, that would go off for me,
Mm-hmm.
thinking, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I also believe that, this is going to have quite, the repercussions for her. Not only our GoFundMe's and PayPal's were, misused. I don't know if people can, get a refund of that. Maybe they could file a claim with the GoFundMe or the PayPal, and let them know that this was fraudulent use. I don't know, who all gave, but, this community is pretty large. So I'm assuming that a lot of people gave quite a bit of money. As Mills was saying, she basically took the words right out of my mouth. Lucrative. This
Right.
could have been, and to think that to make money on a large scale off of your child like that, it is beyond repulsive. It is beyond disgusting. There,
It
there
is.
really isn't any words to describe, on how disgusting this is.
Well, and I think what really bothers me is that, it gets to the point where when you have the gall to do this, to put your own child out there, like you were saying, to what's the word, to gain from uh, your own child.
Mm-hmm.
It what's the word I'm looking for? It's very manipulative. It's a crook,
Yeah.
a crook. Like
Yeah.
when we were talking on the phone, what's the difference between, like you said, what's the difference between putting a blindfold on or a bluff and going in and robbing a bank compared to what she did?
Right. Right.
Oh my gosh.
Well, and and then to make her minor child, you know, um, emotionally do what the scarring, she caused her minor child. Knowing all along that you have lied, there's
Mm-hmm.
huge trust issues. And I guess when that child is old enough, if it may not, and that's not my job to, decide or even know anything in that
Yeah.
field, but I'm pretty sure this is probably going to have some repercussions on a very large scale for her. Her minor child. I mean, it is what it is. It's not our job to make that decision. I'm pretty sure the law is going to make some decisions. There's going to be counseling needed. And
Mm-hmm.
trust issue is going to be a huge trust issue is going to play a huge role in that child's life. And knowing that your minor child goes to bed at night, like, that really bothers me so much. Your minor child goes to bed at night crying themselves to sleep all along while you're lying. Your child is never missing. um that this child having nightmares, sleepless nights, can't eat, can't sleep, can't function, paralyzed in fear what has happened to her sister. That it I I
Yeah.
I have no words.
Well, I just think it's a real sad situation. That's all the way around. But the good part about that is it's not going to stop us from helping people. It's not going to happen. We're going to continue doing the missing as of this Monday. Child services, I don't know if they're involved or not, nor do I care to know if they're involved or not. That would be, I don't care to get involved in that. Um, uh, I don't know. I don't know. I shouldn't
Right.
say I
Neither.
don't care, but I do care. But I just,
Right. Neither do I. It is just you know just to think, that a slap on the wrist is probably not going to be all that it's to pertain in this, because it is, it was a fraudulent situation all the way around. And it's not my job to decide on what happens with someone's child. It is just, it kind of goes probably with the situation that there are going to be, for her behaviors, there's going to be consequences on
mm-hmm.
whatever that may be. They're not my decision. You know, those are the people who are involved.
Hugs, Tilly
In
Mae.
life.
Right. You know, and Gab right. You know, the lady is safe.
Exactly.
You know, and to me, that's the best part. I'm pissed off. She knew where, you know, she knew the child was safe. She knew the whole time that this girl was safe, and that she was okay. The girl just didn't want to be there anymore. Now, what goes on behind them closed doors is none of my business. But I can tell
Right.
you what is my business is when you use good-hearted people for your gain. That's my business.
Yeah.
And so, you know, she blocked me on Twitter. Who gives a shit? Block me away.
Of course, I think we all got blocked. I mean, you know, the audacity of us to question her wrongdoing.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
Mm-hmm.
anyway. Okay. Anybody else got anything to say? Now remember, Monday, which is tomorrow, we're going to do a missing persons. I'm going to see if I can't get Miss Paula up here. We're still going to do our paranormal nights. Miss Paula's been sick. So we'll do missing persons tomorrow. And I love you, Nick.
I love you too. Thank you for having me on to say my part. And again, people need to always remember, you know, certain behaviors. You choose certain behaviors. There's always a consequence behind it. And you know, we've learned that we should trust our gut instincts, and that, you know, it doesn't make us a bad person to have, if we have a gut instinct that tells us something is off or not right, that it's okay to question, you know.
Yeah.
That is basically just for the safety of everyone, I think.
Yeah.
You know.
But if you're going to blame anybody, blame the person that lied.
Oh, there's Bentley back there.
He knows, yeah, him and Harley, they both know it's getting that time. They've got
Bentley
this,
wants a
hey,
treat. I
no
already know.
nose dipping.
Oh,
No nose browning.
look
No,
at him.
sir.
Watch. Listen to this. Hey, Bentley. Bentley, want to get a treat?
Oh, no. Don't do that.
You know, I love when you live stream, he runs, you know, towards the door, and he takes a peek, and he's like, yep, she's still talking. And then
Yep.
he'll run away and run back and forth like, yep, she's still. Oh,
Yep,
see?
there he goes. Oh, my God. He is so funny. Well, they both are, huh, Harley?
I have Yorkies too. I totally get how, you know, what they're all. Yeah, look at him.
Yep, look at him around the corner. Yep. He gets his haircut next Sunday, and they get their nails trimmed. So yeah, you get your nails trimmed, Harley. Yes, you do.
She's like,
Yep.
I don't think so.
Yep, you do. Bentley gets a haircut. You get your haircut, don't you?
Too, so I totally get it.
Yeah.
I get how they are.
Yes, I talked to little Rosie yesterday morning on the phone for a while. She has been extremely, extremely tired. They've got her pretty much doped up. So she was sleeping when I called her, but her pain is under control. So right now she's pretty much sleeping all the time. So that's where we're at on that. But she sends love to everybody. She does do that. So she sends her love to everybody. So just so that you all know, there he goes up the corridor. God, he's so funny. Well, see, it's about that time. They got it timed where they go OUT now. Now, if I say out, you guys want to go potty?
And get a treat?
All right, everybody. Remember, there's always a rainbow after the storm. Harley? Bentley? No. And I love you all. Tomorrow Bentley, no. No. Tomorrow we will do a missing persons. And I love you all very, very much. Thank you for coming in. Thanks, Nikki. Bye-bye.